excited. We had a private leadership call with Wes, our special guest, to really define and go over what the travel program is, how it operates, how it can affect you, and the best way for you to go about promoting it. Because, of course, just like anything, we want to make sure that we're setting proper expectations with our customers, with our potential clients, and with our potential partners. Now, and then we're going to get into some stuff that we're doing specifically to promote it. And hopefully Wes will stick around for a question or two, because I really want for you guys to understand this guy has built a travel company to over $1 billion. He is a top earner from that company. He's literally built globally. He's the mastermind behind the, in the, previous and now behind the trips, and he is open to suggestions, all these different things, but he is an absolute beast when it comes to knowing how to build a travel business. How many of you would like to build in travel and create a chairman position, equivalent chairman position out of travel alone? I know I'm all about it. I know, right? Me too. We're all about it. We love to travel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Wes. I want you guys to take notes, pay attention, and then at the end, or not at the end, but at the end of his talk, we may jump into a couple questions, but just know, you guys, that this is your opportunity to learn from the master. So Wes, do I have you live?
I'm here, Mel, but I cannot start my video.
Yeah, Zoom's changing stuff. It's amazing. Here, let me just fix that for you. I love Zoom. Brilliant.
All right. Perfect.
There we go.
All
Thank
right.
you for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, man, I love y'all's energy. It's so great. And getting a chance to work with you and your teams has been fun. So I'm excited about talking about TLX today and sharing some more information. And so I'm going to actually share my screen, and I'm going to walk you through the main components of TLX. And we'll talk a lot today about the actual product itself, and make sure that everybody's really on the same page with the vision for TLX, because, I think the way you framed it in the beginning is perfect. We are not trying to replace trading. Of course, trading has been the wheelhouse for this company. It's the bread and butter. It's what it was built on. But, the thing that attracted me to what Alex Morton was doing, because I had known Alex for a decade, was the lifestyle. Even though they were trading, it was still the lifestyle that, that I missed from the industry when I kind of took a break from 2017 to 2020. I really missed the lifestyle of being in the industry and as an entrepreneur. And I was traveling, but there was a big component of the team aspect and traveling in groups and doing group trips and conventions and all the things that come with the industry that I really missed. And so getting a chance to help bring TLX to life inside of I Am Mastery Academy has really been, a dream come true for me, getting a chance to work with corporate and Chris Terry and see his vision and also understand his vision for the company as a CEO, because I've worked with a lot of CEOs. I've worked with a lot of company executives. I've been in the industry for over 20 years. And I've never seen somebody who is able to really bring ideas to fruition. There's a lot of CEOs that have ideas but can't implement. There's a lot of CEOs that may be good at implementation but are really lacking in vision and ideas and futuring and really staying ahead. And I just think that Chris Terry's gifted at both of those areas. As you probably know, they're working on additional vertical integrations for the Academy. And so getting a chance to work with corporate on this project has been a blast. The company was very, very vocal about making sure that when we launched TLX, that it was the best of its class. And we do believe we've done that. There's a lot of companies out there that just basically have a travel booking site and they charge $50 or $100 a month, or maybe even more, for just a travel booking site. And of course, travel booking site is just one component of what we have. And I'll walk you through the value proposition. And I think, like I said, I think it's important to understand that TLX is not trying to replace any of the academies. What it's doing is it's an added value, and we're not trying to be a travel company. We're not trying to be the biggest travel company. We're not trying to be the #1 travel booking site. None of those things are the vision for TLX. So really the vision for TLX is to be the greatest value added travel program in the world. And so it really is about travel, lifestyle experiences. And of course, saving money is a big component of that. Unique experiences is a big component of that. And then the overall value and creating unique one-of-a-kind trips as well. So we've got all of these different components that together make TLX, but none of them are the objective of trying to be the cheapest, trying to be the biggest, trying to be, the lowest prices guaranteed every time, because that's absolutely impossible. So I think it's just important to understand that we're asking people to spend $175 a month. And so my job and the company's job is to make sure that the value that we're providing our customers and our members of TLX is greater than $175 a month. So at a worst case scenario, I'm going to show you today how $175 a month is a no-brainer. And that was really my task that was given to me by Chris Terry and corporate, was to make sure that the value made sense. And we feel like we've been able to do that. And so the 5 current main components of TLX for value are the travel booking site, our group trips, our anytime trips, now our TLX experiences, and then of course for our retention tool and loyalty, our TLX anniversary trips. So let's start with the first component. That's the travel booking site. And I always tell everybody that, our technology partner on the travel booking site, this is not the only place that this exists, right? This technology is out there in the marketplace. Most places where this technology exists, they are not offering true net rates, okay? And so what I mean by that is that we are not keeping any commission or revenue derived from the bookings that are coming through our booking site. That is not the case for most other travel MLMs. It's not the case for most other companies that are using this technology or technologies that are similar to it. And we're not keeping any of the revenue. So what you should understand is you're getting true net rates. You're getting these enormous discounts on a lot of these properties, depending on where the commission structure is and where the partnership level is on these properties. You're getting access to these hotels, car rentals, cruises, vacation homes, villas at up to 60% off. And most of the savings on hotels, in my experience, have been in the general range of about 20 to 50% off. Every once in a while, you'll see something 60 or in the 50s, but very regularly, common bookings for me are 25, 30% off, which is dramatic, especially when you think about literally people are booking these exact same rooms from these exact same properties at the exact same time we're booking them, without that 30%, without that 25%, without that 40%. Because where we're pulling this data from, the way the website works is it's pulling the retail price and then applying our discount and partnerships, net rates, taking out commissions, all of the things that happen on the back end, and you're seeing what the percentage savings are. So this isn't like, furniture store pricing where it's like, was $9.99, now it's only $8.99. It's not like that. This is true live pricing savings, and it's pulling from retail data online. Now, there are some hotels that you will see the discounts as they pull through, and we've had a couple of people mention this, where the discounts are not the same, and it's because of a feed issue with hotels. But the thing that's great about it is I tell people, look, if you're looking for a specific hotel and it doesn't have a discount, don't book that hotel, right? If you're going to, Wailea, book Wailea and get 40% off or 45% off or 35% off, because the great thing about our site is it's got over 800,000 properties around the world. So literally you can find a discount wherever you're going. The discounts may be 10%, it may be 20%, it may be 50 or 60%. But you can sort and search by the discount. And so you can literally go through and hand select where you're staying. And so I encourage you to use this booking platform as a savings tool, okay? And if the hotels are not participating or their discounts aren't as good, use a hotel or book a hotel where the savings and the discounts and the partnership access to TLX is great, right? You can book everything. We've got basically almost every hotel out there on the site. But like I said, through the partnerships and rebating of commissions and the things that we do on the back end, you can actually save 30, 40% on the regular. And, you know, when you're staying, you know, maybe you travel for business, maybe your kids are in competitive sports, maybe your kids are in theater, or you have family that live in another country or another place, then you're booking hotels and you're using websites regularly on the internet to book travel. This is immediate savings for you. As soon as you join TLX, you can start booking immediately, same day on the travel booking site, putting money back into you and your family's pocket and creating immediate value. And that's one of the reasons why this is one component. But like I said, a lot of our competitors, this is all they've got, and it's not even as good as what we have. And so, and they're still charging 59 or 99 or 89 or 119 for just a travel booking site. And that's just one part, and it's a very basic part of what we have to offer for our TLX members. And so as you can see here on your screen, and I've gotten tons of screenshots of savings, people booked and saved in Glendale. People have booked and saved in Zurich for this coming week's convention there. We have people that booked in Dubai and saved there. I've had leaders that have sent me, I just got a text this morning. Somebody just booked a New Year's trip in Whistler, and they got one of the best, I think it's actually the highest rated hotels in Whistler. And it was, they just sent it to me this morning. It was 63% off at the Fairmount Chateau Whistler. It's a 5-star hotel, New Year's Eve weekend. Excuse me, wait, hold on. I don't have my glasses on here. I think it's 43%. Okay, so no, it's 63%. And there's a couple that have 40% savings. So using the platform is a must to me. If you're a customer of TLX, get on, use it, book it, you know, talk to your customers about it. And if you're showing the program to people, get on and show them some of the savings that they can get. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is group trips. Now, the group trips are different. The group trips, we go out and broker directly with the hotels, the resorts. We're actually negotiating with a cruise line for 2023 for a cruise, a group cruise. We go out and we get group rates. So we're using the power of the group, the power of TLX to go out and negotiate this. And so we drive the price down because we're getting group discounts, but we're also negotiating extras. So we're bringing in extras on this particular trip that's coming up in December, which I recommended to the team the other day that you get people on this Vegas trip. It's December 8th through the 11th. It's available to book on the site right now. You can also book with a $99 deposit and pay the balance in a month. And so it's $299 a person. Our group trips and anytime trips are priced PPDO. That's per person double occupancy. So that means 2 people to a room, because most of these trips have extras, inclusions, like all-inclusives. They do that type of pricing because you're getting things per head in the room. And so on this particular trip, you're getting a nightlife package at one of the largest, most famous clubs in the entire world, not just in Vegas. You're also getting a 4-hour training session with Carolyn, the SFX lead educator. Her co-educator, Tammy, it looks like, is coming as well. Alex Morton is going to be on this trip doing a training, and even possibly some more very, very famous executives from IM Mastery Academy are going to be speaking during that 4-hour session. So that's included. So normally, I mean, you go to a training session and you're getting trained from Carolyn. I mean, if you've seen her website or gone online, she literally is charging thousands of dollars for coaching sessions, thousands, okay? And people that have not even the same accolades she has are charging thousands of dollars for an hour session. So she's coming for an hour, Tammy's coming for an hour, you're gonna have all this other training, it's included, and you're only paying $299 a person. So for 2 people, $600, you're getting the nightlife, no line, no cover, reserved space at the nightclub, and you're also getting this 4-hour training session. And this particular hotel, for this exact same hotel for the exact same dates, is almost $1,000. So you're saving about 40% off. and you're getting all of these extra things. Now, the group trips are going to be set up in areas and times and places around the world where we have members. So the more members we have asking for specific group trips or in certain areas, we're going to continue to introduce group trips, because obviously if we don't have enough people to sell the group trips out or to put a group trip together, it doesn't make sense financially for the company. So this is going to be something that you're going to see grow as we grow our membership base with TLX. There'll be more group trips. We're about to do our first group trip in Europe. That's going to be announced in Zurich next week. So you'll have access to that as well. And wherever we have the group trips, of course, you have access. But as we grow our membership base here in North America, we'll continue to have more stuff, Mexico, the Caribbean, which I know is popular for Canada, and the rest of North America. Now, the TLX Anytime trips are also available. We have about a dozen of these currently. We're adding more to the site. In fact, this week, we're going to be adding some, and then we're going to show some in Zurich, and we'll be adding those the following week. And these Anytime trips are priced the same way group trips are, PPDO. And these are what we call in the travel industry distressed or excess inventory. So this is a special agreement that we have with these properties saying, give us rooms when you're not completely full, when you're not completely sold out, and give us the windows and tell us when you would do this for us. And then what we do is when you put in your request on the TLX website, these TLX Anytime trips are not guaranteed. So you put in your request, our travel fulfillment department contacts the hotel on your behalf, and then we'll confirm your reservation, assuming that there's a room available. So in these contracts, most of them are what is called run of house rooms. And in the travel industry, that means that when you check in, when your reservation is confirmed, you're going to get the best room available. With Anytime trips, you can't choose upgrades. You can't choose specific room categories. These are only based on availability, and these are extremely discounted. So if you have some flexibility of when you can travel, maybe you can travel during the week, or maybe just you only need one weekend night instead of the entire weekend. If you've got some flexibility, these savings are dramatic. I'm talking about 60, 70, even 80% off in some cases. And we have these all over the world, and we're going to be adding more. In fact, I have an entire team right now working just on Anytime trips. Here's an example of one that's available that you can book still. It's available until November 15th at the Paradisus. It's one of the highest rated all-inclusives in Mexico, in Playa del Carmen. You'll see on the right side of your screen on booking.com, it's a 5-star hotel, normally sells for $2,300 for 5 days and 4 nights. And this is on sale on booking.com for $1,838. And you can see here, literally 4 nights, 5 days, 4 nights, it's only $479 a person. Okay, that's $958 for a couple for 4 nights. And that's all inclusive. And this is gourmet all inclusive. So all your food, all your drinks, alcohol, non-alcoholic beverages. And so it's all included. Over 50% savings off of the normal price, and even 50% savings off of the discounted price on booking.com. So dramatic discounts. Like I said, there's several of them that you can choose from that are available to book right now today. We've already fulfilled many of these Anytime trips just in the last couple months that TLX has been available. We've had several customers already go on Anytime trips, and this has been probably one of the most popular categories of value and trips that we've had. Now, for those of you that were in Glendale or watched the live stream, we introduced our newest category of TLX experiences in Glendale. And TLX experiences are focused on a few categories: yachts, jets, mansions and villas, excursions, and special events. And we've already introduced the first few categories. They will be available for booking starting this week. We've been loading them all onto the site, and they all have been approved. Contracts have been signed. And so we have some killer experiences, very unique, one of a kind. And these are really designed to give people, atypical experiences. Remember, this is TLX, so it's travel lifestyle experiences. And so some of these things are things that you may not do every day. They may be things that may normally would cost too much, where you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. But the savings and the partnerships and the relationships that we've created have really made these TLX experiences something that anybody can enjoy or experience. Now, this is one that we have in South Florida in Miami. This is a very special partnership with one of the largest exotic car rental companies in that area. And they took and gave us 3 of their most popular cars that they rent. And, like Will Smith says, $100,000 cars, everybody's got them in Miami. Well, these are like $200,000 and $300,000 cars. That song's a little old, so with inflation, I guess this is what Will was talking about. But these cars are available at about 50% off for TLX members. The Lamborghini SUV, the Urus, is $1,500 normally per day, and it's only $800 per day for TLX members. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan, normally $1,800 a day, it's $999. And then you've got this beast of a Jeep truck hybrid combo. I've seen these things, they're crazy. And you're getting that for 50% off as well, $500 a day. I've seen some normal cars through just regular car rental companies that are $500 a day, and you're getting something like this that people are normally spending $1,000 for. We have also introduced our first couple of villas, mansions, and these are not just everyday run-of-the-house Airbnbs. This is the one on the left is in Turks and Caicos. This is a celebrity mansion. Several celebrities have used it, and it sleeps like 14 people. It's normally $3,500 per night. TLX members are getting this villa in Turks and Caicos, which is one of the best tourist destinations in the world, in my opinion. I've been to over 70 countries. And I love the Bahamas. I love the Caribbean. Turks and Caicos is absolutely amazing, breathtaking, beautiful. And this is $1,000 a night. And I believe it sleeps 14 people. So you could literally go for 4 nights for $4,000. You divide that amongst 14 people. You're talking about $200 to $300, basically $100 a night to stay at one of the best villas in all of the Caribbean. The one on the right on your screen is in Tulum, Mexico, right there on the beach in one of the #1 beach snorkel destinations in Mexico. It averages over $1,000 a night. And the special TLX price on this villa is only $500 a night. This is just the beginning of this category. These are 5-star mansion type villas and Airbnbs. If you know people that have villas and Airbnbs that would fit into this mansion, high level luxe category, we will be accepting additional villas on there, assuming that they're willing to partner and give our members these discounted prices. We'll be continuing to add additional villas. We've already had some people submit some in Italy, one villa in Tuscany. And so we've got some really cool stuff planned for this. This will be exclusive access, of course, based on availability, but some really amazing value for our members that they're getting. But the one that I'm most excited about is the partnership we've just created with Yacht Life. Now, for those of you that are not familiar or haven't heard, Yacht Life is like the Airbnb of yachts. And so they have literally yachts all over the world that they have contracts and partnerships with. And so it doesn't matter where you go, Europe, Asia, Australia, North America. I mean, you could go basically pretty much anywhere where there's boats and water, and you can get access to Yacht Life yachts. They've got small ones, large ones, 4 or 5 people up to, 20 people on some of these yachts. And so you could do it as a group. You could break up the cost. You could do it for the day. You could do it for a team trip. You could do it for a team contest. And our partnership with Yacht Life is 15% off of their normal pricing. And just so you know, they have a membership that's preferred that people pay about $5,000 a year to get 10% off. This is for people that book them regularly, and they may be booking once or twice a month, and they may not want to buy a yacht. So this is a great way for them to be able to use it. I have one, and so I actually have my yacht in their pool. And trust me, not having to own it and manage it and take care of it is definitely a nice factor. And so people are spending $5,000 a year to get 10% off in their preferred program. Okay. Our partnership is 15% off. So our members are getting 50% more of a discount than people that have spent $5,000 to have access to 10% off. So this is across the board, anywhere in the world. So you can download the Yacht Life app. You can go to the Yacht Life website. You can shop and window shop there and look and plan. And then when you're ready to book it, you go through your TLX site. The reservation is requested through the TLX platform. Our travel procurement team on the back end will contact Yacht Life, basically confirm your reservation, make sure it's available, make sure it's the right yacht, and that's how you will pay. And that's how you get the 15% off. You can't go directly to Yacht Life and get the 15% off. There's no coupon code or anything like that. This is a special partnership. They're not doing this for anybody else. And so we're really excited about this brand new program. Now, the biggest value, in my opinion, is the no-brainer aspect of our TLX anniversary trips. And if you're familiar with airline miles or hotel points, of course, with those programs, you have to spend thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to even get like 1 night free or 2 nights free or, a free flight. We wanted to make sure that our members, when they saw the value, they were rewarded in loyalty. And so we have the best loyalty program in the industry. I'll put this up against any other company, any other loyalty or anniversary or reward point program that's out there. And the way it works is every 12 months on the anniversary date of you joining and 12 consecutive monthly payments, you will be earning a 4-day, 3-night hotel stay for 2 people. So it's hotel only, not all inclusive. Most of these resorts are adults only because they are minimum 5-star. We won't even look at anything if it's not a 5-star resort. The idea behind the anniversary trips is that this is a trip that you may not book yourself because it would probably be out of your budget. It would probably be too expensive. You would go and stay somewhere less nice, less expensive. We're trying to give you out of the box, one of the kind bucket list experiences every 12 months. So literally your TLX membership becomes a guaranteed free 4-day, 3-night luxury hotel stay every single year. So worst case scenario, if you don't use anything else on the TLX platform, you want to maintain your membership because these anniversary trips are starting off at an approximate retail value of about $2,000. And every year it's getting better and better. We're budgeting in years 8, 9, and 10, literally about $2,000 per night. So you're looking at about a $5,000 to $6,000 hotel stay in years 8, 9, and 10, and from a retail standpoint. And so that's an amazing, amazing value. We had to really sell Chris, Terry, and the executive team on why this was a necessity, why this was a requirement, why having the best loyalty program in the industry was so important. I've been a loyal American Airlines flyer because I feel like their airline rewards program is the best in the airline industry. And I know that the anniversary trips are going to do the same thing for TLX. Nobody else is doing this. There's a lot of companies that are already trying to copy this and figure out how we're doing it. And so the great thing about the anniversary trip is the fact that you're getting it every year guaranteed, and there's no hidden fees. There's no taxes. There's no resort fees. You literally show up at the hotel. It's for the primary member and a guest. So the primary named member on the membership and a guest. It's not sellable. It's not transferable. Most of these properties are adults only, so you can't bring the kids. Okay, this is a chance to go have a one-of-a-kind, lifetime, life-changing bucket list experience every 12 months. When you qualify for the anniversary trip, you've got 12 months to use it. There will be multiple date choices and selections for you that you'll be able to choose. And we've added a visa in year 1 because we've had thousands of members join in Europe. And coming out of COVID, flights are more expensive and it's a little more difficult right now for European travelers. So we've added an additional destination for year 1. So year 1 is either Mexico or Ibiza. You could do either one. And then in subsequent years, you're also going to have a chance to choose. One of the other things that I've told people that's in the terms and conditions, and I encourage you to go read it. All the terms and conditions are there on the TLX site, on the anniversary trips and on the membership, is that you can come back and revisit an earlier destination if you choose to, instead of choosing that year. So like, let's say in year 5, you don't want to go to Monte Carlo or the UK, you could go back in year 4 and do Iceland or the Amalfi Coast one of the previous years, if it's not available or you're not there, or you're not available to travel to that destination, or you want to mix it up, you can go back to the earlier destinations. And so we're excited about this. The company believes in it, and we're tracking closely where members are joining from and how they're maintaining their membership. You want to make sure you keep that membership for 12 consecutive months. The company bills on a 28-day calendar. So when your payment is due, you have 28 days to make the payment as your grace period. Before your next payment comes due, you have to complete that payment. So people have asked a little bit about that. Once again, all of this is in the terms and conditions. So go read that. I'm sure if you have any questions, it'll be answered there. There hasn't been a question that's been asked yet that wasn't in there. So I feel good about where we have all that information on the TLX booking site. Now, as far as the types of hotels we're looking at, like I said, this is just to kind of give you an idea. This is the Me Cabo. This is one of the hotels we're negotiating with for Mexico year one. They average about 700 to 1,000 a night at this property. You can see here 774, 4 days, 3 nights with taxes, $2,322. If you take 175 for your TLX membership, you multiply it times 12 months, you're right at about $2,000, just over. So when you see the value of the Me in Cabo, 4 days and 3 nights, normally $2,300, and you only spent $175 a month for your membership on just this one component, you're getting tremendous value. Probably what you put in over the 12 months is already coming back to you on just one trip. Now, if you look at the savings through the components we talked about today, you can see how a family of 4 using the membership, just one family trip as a group trip, one anytime trip for 2, the anniversary trip for 2, one TLX experience, maybe it was a yacht, maybe it was a car, maybe it was a villa, and that's just $500 is what I calculated, not $500 a day. Maybe you rented the car for 3 days, maybe you rented one of those villas for 3 nights or 4 nights, plus then you throw in the savings from the booking site, literally saving $50 to $100 a night, which is very easy. I've saved actually over $100 or more a night on several bookings already through the site, but I just figured a bare minimum of about $50 a night in savings. This is over $5,800 a year if you just used what's on your screen, which is essentially one component, one time throughout the year. So if you put in $175 a month over 12 months, that's $2,000. 5,800 in savings, that's over a 200% return. If you were looking at the 2,000 that you put into TLX as an investment, okay, it's not, but if you looked at it that way, you put in 2,000, you're getting back 5,800 in savings by just using each thing one time. I mean, this is a dramatic return. This is dramatic savings. This isn't like, oh, we'll give you like, you know, a free breakfast with your booking or, you know, something like that. This is literally, in a worst case scenario on most of these things, is 15%. And the 15% on Yacht Life could wind up being thousands of dollars. Okay. So this is dramatic savings. These are unique partnerships, unique experiences, one of a kind value. And that's why we're confident in charging our customers $175 a month, because just the anniversary trip alone really make it a no-brainer. Now I want to talk to you really quick, and then I'll take a few questions on what is coming soon. And as far as coming soon goes, we've got a lot of technology improvements and enhancements, guest tracking, to where you'll be able to allow guests to track and see prices and actually sign up through you. We've got more experiences. We've got a couple of new categories of experiences, sporting events, music festivals, some things like that that we're working on and negotiating. We've just introduced payment plans on all group trips. So you'll be able to reserve any of our group trips going forward on a payment plan. So it allows more people to get on the trips. We've got more group trips coming. We've got more anytime trips coming, and a lot more value. And where we are today, like I think you can see, that $175 a month is an absolute no-brainer. I'll always be a TLX member, just like I'll always be a member of the academies. I get dramatic value from the academies. I had my best trading week that I've ever had in my entire life a week ago. It ended, my trade did a week ago with Apple. If you follow me on Instagram, it's at Wes Melcher. I had an Apple trade 3 weeks ago that I made about 800% on. I had a Tesla trade this week, about 400% on that one. And I've learned all of that from the academies. I've got an SFX study group going right now. And so we want to continue adding value. We want to continue adding value to the Academy customers and to the members of IM Mastery. But now, like we said in the beginning, we've got something that other people can be attracted to, that other family members can get excited about. Your kids are probably not excited about Ethereum and crypto, you know, or Bitcoin. Your kids are probably not excited about pips. They're probably not excited about candlesticks. They're probably not excited about support and resistance. And your wife or your husband may not be excited about those things either, but they will be excited about Disney World. They will be excited about yachts. They will be excited about 5-star anniversary trips. They will be excited about, you know, renting a Rolls-Royce Cullinan or a Lamborghini Urus or one of those crazy Jeep truck, whatever they are, with like 6 wheels. People can get excited about that. They can get their families excited about that. And so with that said, I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen for just a minute,